Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It's an honor to be here with all of you, with our police commissioner, with Chief Madry, the chief of department, with your new inspector, your commanding officer Abdullah here. There's a lot to be grateful for as we start this January. As the time I've been district attorney, crime was moving in the right direction from the years that I started to serve in the office in 2014 under Ken Thompson, who was our DA, and I was chief assistant. Things were going in the right direction. And then in 2020, we saw this tremendous surge in New York City, my beloved Brooklyn. Our borough was not spared. Crime was up tremendously across the board, nationwide, not just here in Brooklyn. You heard our commissioner, you heard your inspector say that, Canarsie, the 6-9 precinct, has seen real declines, real numbers. I mean, 50% declines in the most violent crime. I'm not going to repeat all of that because those were difficult times. And for anyone who's been a victim of a crime, we understand, quite frankly, that the numbers don't speak to how we feel. But things are moving in a good direction. But it's also important that the district attorney's office is working on some of the other things. So we're obviously working on the most, violent crime, drivers of violence. Inspector Abdullah told you that we're sitting down talking about the most dangerous people, the people in our community that we think we can help and put through diversion and figure out other solutions. But when I ran for DA, I also understood that we needed to have systems changes in our office. And the DA's office, for my entire life, only had 2 divisions. It had a trial division that handled the cases in court and an investigations division. And one of the things that was lacking in that was our special victims, sex crimes, domestic violence bureau. So some of you may have heard that we now have 3 divisions. We created the first of its kind in the country, gender-based violence division, that looks to break down the silos on gender-based violence. And when I say gender-based violence, it's men and women, but let's be clear, it's predominantly women who are victims of gender-based violence. And so today, I'm proud to tell you that we recently announced that 20% of our office, 1 in 5 lawyers, are going to be working specifically on gender-based violence, domestic violence, sex crimes, human trafficking of our children. Statistically, and this is a tough thing I'm about to say, women are most likely to be a victim of a crime in their home or with a person that they know. And the numbers are overwhelmingly in that direction. And so this new unit is really here. It's an important piece of securing our safety in our homes, in our communities, because we've run the numbers now. And when we see family violence in the home and domestic violence, those children that come through that situation are more likely to pick up a gun, more likely to be involved in shootings, gang violence, drug addiction, depression issues. And so this new unit is going to really, I think, transform the way the DA's office operates in protecting our families and protecting our communities. It's already been copied. I announced it in November, basically at the end of November, beginning of December. 2 DA's offices now around the country have said they're going to create a gender-based violence unit following what we're doing in Brooklyn. So I just want you to know that the work continues. We are always here and we're always talking about the most extreme violence in our community. But as Inspector Abdullah told you, we're working on ghost guns. We're working on these ghost license plate cars. Traffic violence is really extreme. It's a real problem in Brooklyn. And all of these things are ongoing. And so I'm going to follow our great police commissioner and say, today, I just wanted to share this gender-based violence division. So I'm extremely proud of the fact that in Brooklyn, these siloed walls, when victims and survivors come in, they have to speak to different people, and often it's a barrier to come forward. We are changing that, and we're getting in Brooklyn a family justice center located in my office that's going to be state of the art. We're breaking ground in March, we're breaking ground in March. And by the end of the year, I hope to have a brand new family justice center right downtown Brooklyn for all of us to come. So thank you, everyone, and thank you for inviting me, Guardian.